Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, coach of your Wexford Wailords, and welcome to our week 6 team building video for the UBL. We're coming off a loss. We're 2-3 at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not overly impressed as to the luck we had in that battle. I thought I'd be over it. It took me a few days before I could actually go edit the video, and I thought I'd be over it by then. And I'm not. Simple as that. I'm just I'm still not over it just yet. So it's still a little bit sore over it, but look, it's Mons. Those kind of things happen. So unfortunately, we are having a losing record at the moment, and hopefully we can bounce back quickly. This is kind of like the midway point in the season, so I'm kind of wanting to get a grip of the league a little bit, and unfortunately, I'm up against an exceptionally good team here in Trexel, coach of the Indianapolis Cobalions. He is coming in with a winning record. I'm not too sure if it's 3-1 or 3. Oh, sorry, I'm not too sure if it's 4-1 or 3-2. I'm not quite fully up to date as I'm recording this video as to what he's on. But so he's coming in with a record, and his team, as you can see above me now, consists of Celestelia, Mega Altaria, Umbreon, Amoonguss, Slowking, Thunderous Therian, which is his Z captain, Mamoswine, Cryogonal, Claydol, Hondoom, and Dusclops. And this team is terrifying. Now, he doesn't have top end speed, but it's just terrifying right now. Just ignoring what you normally would associate to be scary when you look at teams, especially in OU, such as the Celestelia and the Thunderous Therian, because they're obviously very, very annoying, but there's ways and means around that. The big threat and the huge threat on his team is Mamoswine. It is insanely powerful, and it is insanely good against my team. I've tried to come up with various different Pokemon that I can bring to check this thing, counter it, what have you, and I have diddly squat. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I have nothing right that deals with Mamoswine. I have nothing that can safely come into Mamoswine and be able to 1v1 it. There's just nothing on my team. The best Pokemon I have to deal with Mamoswine is Charmed, and even then it's a 3-hit KO from Icicle Crash if it's Jolly. If he's running Adamant Mamoswine, it's a 2-hit KO. So that just goes, that will show you the difficulty we're in at for this matchup. It's terrifying. I'm not keen on it. I think it's going to be a tough battle, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. I think, on top of the Mamoswine, he has Celestelia, Mega Altaria, Thunderous Therian that just do so much damage. Amoonguss, I don't know if anyone else has seen his videos, but the way he plays with Amoonguss has been exceptional this season. So that's definitely going to be a problem. But anyways, I am dying for a win here, just to bounce back after last week, and hopefully the squad I've assembled for this battle will be able to do the task for us. I'm going to have Mega Lopunny, first Pokemon on the list. As I said, he doesn't have top tier speed, so I said let's rock out with our Mega Lopunny with 116 in HP, 140 speed, 252 attack, Adamant Nature, because that speed investment and without the Jolly Nature is enough for us to be able to beat the fastest Pokemon on his team, which is Thunderous Therian. So I'm very, very happy about that. Now, granted, he's got easy ways to set up speed with D-Dance, Mega Altaria, and Autonomize Celestelia, and Agility Thunderous Therian. But as a natural, he doesn't have anyone that's naturally really fast. So Mega Lopunny will be able to hurt a lot of things and do a good bit of work for us. I'm running High Jump Kick, Return, Substitute, and Power Punch. I honestly did not see the need of running Priority this week. There's nothing that I look on his team that's rare enough for me to say, yeah, if I just get a bit of chip damage, I can do a bit of Priority and just smack it and kill it. Everything has bulky enough to be able to live some form of priority move, and like Mamoswine, for instance, like that's not gonna go down to a fake out, like, or a quick attack. So I figured, there's no point bringing priority. There's no move there that there's no other courage move for me that really works. So I said, then I was kind of looking at his team and I was like, well, wait a minute. If he brings in a Moongus on Mega Lopunny, which is probably going to be the normal switch in, I get a free sub. And if I get a free sub, that means I get a free chance to I can go for Power Punch. And then I'm a +1. And if the Amoonguss is down around halfway health, then all of a sudden that thing can't really stay in. And I can click return. And someone is going to either get smacked or it's not going to be too impressed. And he's forced into bringing Dragon Celestelia out. And you kind of get what I'm coming at here. It's, generally speaking, we put a lot more pressure on his team when we're at +1 with a substitute. And even then, if he actually if he can't break my sub, and I can get up to +2, then all of a sudden, the games have changed. The game has changed. I could have gone Drain Punch over High Jump Kick, but honestly, I went sheer power. Like Umbreon can live a Drain Punch, and Celestelia, can eat up those kind of hits. And I was like, not dealing with that. No chance. Give me power. I want straight up power. I know it can be a bit annoying, but if I can play around with Tapu Bulu and Lola correctly, Lola might be able to get the grassy terrain held up with that. But yeah, that's the kind of idea behind Lopunny. I didn't think the other coverage moves would work, and I figured substitute Power Punch might be able to put in a bit of work for us this week, and all that kind of fun stuff. So hopefully that does the job for us, especially if he's forced to bring in Slowking. That's another Pokemon that if I can see him bringing on a switch for this Lopunny, I can just go for the sub. So hoping that works out. After we have EMF, our Magneton, and as I said in my draft analysis video, which feels so far away or so long ago, one of the reasons why I drafted Magneton over, say, a faster electric type was because Magneton does give me the opportunity to trap really difficult steel types that Mega Lopunny isn't gonna be too keen on dealing with, and that I can't really pressure. And one of those steel types I did mention was Celestelia, or Celestella, I should say, not Celestelia. Bad habits. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why I drafted Magneton, and I don't see any reason to deviate from that plan now. There was a reason why I drafted this Pokemon. The one of the few Pokemons that can really counter my Mega Lopunny is on this roster. I'm bringing Magneton to counter it, though there wasn't any second thought to it. Moveset wise, it's Full Switch, Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, and Magnet Rise. The set is 188 in speed with the Timid Nature, 252 attacks, 4 in Speed F, 64 in HP. The 188 in speed with the Timid Nature allows us to outspeed Celestella, so I'm very happy with that. 64 in HP, so we can get just for a bit more bulk. And we want the odd number as well. Put the 4 in Speed F, and I want 252 a special attack because I want to hit things as hard as I can. Obviously, the first 3 moves are very standard: Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, so we can get momentum; Thunderbolt, so we can get sheer damage; Flash Cannon, then is for the Mega Altaria, which is very nice. The Cryogonal as well, that can't really touch us. You kind of get the picture there. Magnet Rise now is a little bit more interesting because with Magnet Rise, like, I would assume that Celestelia would have some ground coverage, right, with knowing that it's going to go up against Magneton, right? And in that knowledge, I would, because Celestelia should be able to live a hit, right? But in that knowledge, and he might also bring in Mamoswine, let's not forget that. He might also bring in Mamoswine. So in that knowledge, I think it's very safe for us to go for the Magnet Rise. So, turn 1, we bring it, when Celestelia's in, we bring the Magneton, we're just like, boom. I can go for Magnet Rise, and he can't really touch me. Then all of a sudden he has to start Leech Seeding me. I just go for Thunderbolts. I'm like, bring it on. What else have you got for me, mate? I just keep slapping that thing with Thunderbolts. That thing goes down. And if I can get rid of Celestelia and the Mamoswine, this matchup becomes a lot more easier for me. But and obviously there's other threats on his team too, but the matchup does become easier for me. So that was the main reason why we're bringing the Magneton this week. And that's the reason why we have the set. Magnet Rise is basically just there to give us the ground immunity in the right scenario when it's in. After I'm bringing Charmed, as I said earlier on, I've no counter. No real counter for Mamoswine. this is the best I can come up with. U-turn, knockoff, psychic, and combined. 252 HP, 252 defense, bow nature. I had to get the max, the maximum bulk I can have on this thing. U-turn and knockoff, so I can get that. I got U-turn for that Volturn combo. I really need momentum this week to try and, you know, keep the offensive momentum and offensive pressure at all times. I think over the last 2 weeks, I know last week it was touch and go. It's very hard to tell how the last week's match goes after, you know. But I won't get into it. But I particularly the week before, I felt we'd never really had a grasp of what was going on in the game offensively, and I think we need to start doing our U-turn stuff, our Volturn stuff a little bit more to kind of make sure that we keep pressure on his team, or my opponent's team, a lot better. Then I have Psychic to hit the Amoonguss, and I know I can go for Calm Mind on the Amoonguss as well. Now Amoonguss can obviously go for the Toxic, but if I can go for Calm Mind, then the Psychic then all of a sudden is doing a lot of damage to him, and I'm very, very happy with that. Obviously he has other switches for that. He can bring an Umbreon and whatnot, but and Umbreon can go for Pursuit. But I kind of forced to bring the Misprit, kind of just go for Calm Minds and put pressure on the Amoonguss a little bit more, and that's the reason why we were bringing this Misprit. I'm a little bit worried about how Misprit's going to fare this matchup because Mamoswine does so much work to us, but we'll wait and see, because Misprit is the one Pokemon I actually need for to do something. Now, if all Misprit does is knock off, say, a Choice Scarf on the Mamoswine, then I'm perfectly alright with that, because then all of a sudden, I know Mega Lopunny outspeeds this thing, and I can just go in, and then whenever Mamoswine kills something, I go into Mega Lopunny, and I'm free just to click High Jump Kick. And there's only so many times a team can come in on a Mega Lopunny Adamant High Jump Kick and not get burned. You know, that's all I'm going to say. Next up, we have Fabled our Florges, 252 HP, 104 special attack, 152 speed F, with the leftovers, Moonblast, Wish, Aromatherapy, and Psychic. This is basically my answer to the Thunderous Therian with the Z move, or some nasty plot set. It's going to be very, very difficult to deal with that. But if he kind of goes for goes for nasty plot, I can kind of deal with that a little bit with that with Florges. Now obviously he has a Z move there in the back that it's going to be absolutely terrifying to deal with, but if you know, luckily for us, if he is a setup Z move variant, then Mega Lopunny will outspeed him and finish it off. Other than that, if he's like some Scarf variant or something like that, then Florges can kind of come in and deal with this very easily. Moonblast then also smacks the Mega Altaria, so if Mega Altaria isn't a physically offensive Pokemon, then Florges can be able to come in. If like say if it's a special variant with the Hyper Voice and whatnot, then Florges can kind of come in 1v1 that thing very, very easily. And then of course we have Psychic for that coverage against the Amoonguss, because Amoonguss Sludge Bombs will do a bit, but we will be able to 1v1 it with Psychic. And then we have Wish and Aromatherapy, just so we can get our you know, just so we can clear our Pokemon a little bit. But hopefully this will work. I know with a bit of a special attack investment, it does kind of mean that Pokemon don't particularly like coming in and taking hits off at the floor just too easily. As well, it's another answer for the Umbreon, and an answer for the Houndoom, even though Houndoom does get the Sludge Bomb, but it's another answer to that. It's something that can come in on the Claydol, and something that can come in on the Slowking. So very, very nice to have Florges who can come in on all these Pokemon and, you know, put in a bit of work against them. After that, then we have Tapu Bulu. We have niched our Tapu Bulu, rocking out with Saurus Dance, Wood Hammer, Superpower, and Zen Headbutt. I was also very tempted to go for the substitute variant here, but what I found was when I was doing my Feel My Couch with Tapu Bulu that it wasn't going to get enough power to be able to smack, say, a Celestelia, because the original idea was I was going to go for Sub, Wood Hammer, Superpower, and Zen Headbutt, but if he brings in Celestelia on my Tapu Bulu, and it's not going to do enough for me. Like, I'm not going to be able to do enough damage on the Celestelia to be able to put enough pressure on it, like the Celestelia would be able to wall me, go for Air Slashes, and finish me off. So in anticipation for that, I decided to go for a Saurus Dance set instead, so we can go for SD, say, on something like the Umbreon, which is very nice, and we know which would be very good. Similar, same way with the Slowking, we go for Saurus Dance on a Slowking, although we have to watch out for the Ice Beam. We can go for a Saurus Dance on a Claydol, and on like, we have to be careful with Dusclops because Dusclops might have Wood-Wisp, but we can go for Sword Stance when we're going to force something out. And then we have Woodhammer, Superpower, and Zen Headbutt. I didn't want to go for the Z Zen Headbutt for the Amoonguss because the +2 Zen Headbutt does plenty to Amoonguss as it is, but +2 Superpower doesn't do enough to Celesteela. So that's the reason why we're rocking out with the Fighting and Z, and then at that point, once we hit it once with the all-out plummeting, the Z move, then we can go for the super power the next turn and hopefully knock out the Celesteela. Then, set-wise, I have 236 attack with the Adamant Nature, 252 HP, 4 Speed F, 16 HP. The reason why we're not running Jai is because I only need 236 in speed to be able to outspeed Celesteela. Everything else is not. Everything else is either slower or we're not going to be able to speed creep. So no need for that. And I just have the max attack there, so we can hit something as hard as possible. Lastly, I am bringing Charcoal, our Torkoal, holding the leftovers, rocking out Lava Plume, Clear Smog, Stealth Rock, and Rapid Spin. 50-50 on this one. I knew I needed rocks. I knew I needed some hazard support kind of deal. Nothing, and I was also looking for another answer for to come in on Mamoswine, and I just don't, like, that's the reality of it. Fortress doesn't deal with Mamoswine at all either, which is insane. But I just don't have an answer for Mamoswine. It's just so good. I haven't faced against Mamoswine so long, so I forgot how good it was. Fortress doesn't do enough for us, and I was kind of at the point where, well, I don't have another answer to Amoonguss should Charm go down. I don't really have another answer to Celesteela should Magneton go down, and I do not have something that can phase Pokemon if something decides to set up on me. And that kind of led me to think, you know, someone might just bring Torkoal. I don't have another answer for Mamoswine as is. So why would I want to bring Fortress, which, you know, there's good and bad in bringing Fortress, but why would I want to bring Fortress when I can have Torkoal, which answers more Pokemon on this team? So that's the reason why we're bringing the Torkoal. I have the 52 in special attack because it allows me to 2-hit KO the Amoonguss. I believe it was the Amoonguss, or was it Celesteela? I can't recall which one off the top of my head right now. I need to go back and review that calc. But it does allow me to 2-hit KO one of those Pokemon, which is huge. Clear Smog then, obviously, as I said, to help me do a bit of phasing. And then we have Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin for our hazard support. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the team we're going to bring in. I'm terrified of this match. Mamoswine is scary, but we're going to have to hope for the best and see what happens. But yeah, I am going to wrap it up here today, and hopefully we can bounce back with a win. If you guys enjoyed today's team building video, please click the like button down below for me. If you guys got any comments on today's video, whether it be good, bad, or different, let me know in the comment section down below, including your thoughts on the team, if you think we're going to be able to win or not, all that kind of good stuff. And last but not least, if you want to see more Wexford Wailords action coming your way on this channel, or more content in general, please smash that subscribe button down below for me. On that note, I'm going to out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.